Hey guys, it's Will Van here, and I am in this fantastic course at Concordia, Wisconsin called Theories of Learning and Design. It's for the EDT program, and this is actually for the first assignment called Learning Theory Foundations. So I'm supposed to talk about 3 learning theories that we've actually looked at. We looked at behaviorism, cognitism, constructivism, connectivism, and constructionism. And I'm supposed to pick 3 and then take a look at those, reflect on them, how what I'm doing in class is aligning with those specific theories, as well as situations included, and then how I actually use 2 of these theories, how they reflect on my specific learning. So let's go ahead and get started with that first section, looking at the 3 different learning theories that go in and that I use in my classroom. So the first I want to talk about is Constructionism. So a little bit about Constructionism. It is amazing to see it work. Basically, it's the idea, and this is like washed down explanation, but it's the idea that kids learn through hands-on tactile experiences, that they learn through constructing and they make those mental models from that, and then they learn from that process. And I see that all the time within my STEM class specifically. As you might know from my other videos, my STEM class is a little bit different. It's all project-based learning, all completely hands-on, and the kids have to use power tools. They have to construct items to further the understanding of the concepts we talk about. So for instance, we're working on engineered sand right now. And if you're not sure what engineered sand is, it's part of civil engineering and it's used everywhere on roadways. Anytime there's an overpass that has those nice kind of concrete walls and it looks like there's dirt underneath, it's actually called engineered sand. And it's where there's layers of mesh in between the sand, and it changes the shear force on the sand. So sand, normally it's little pebbles and it just goes everywhere, right? Well, this changes that and it puts it either down or changes it to go to the side, which we can use in life. So the kids right now have to construct the boxes. They're going to have to make this engineered sand. They're going to have to lift my truck up and put it on these sand just holders, put it up a foot in the air. So think about that for a second. The kids are thinking of this concept and maybe they get it conceptually, they've made it in their minds, but now they have to put it into use. That's what Constructionism really is about, is taking these ideas and putting them into use. Let's go ahead and talk about Connectivism. Connectivism is fascinating to me. I don't know if I truly like Connectivism the way I read into it necessarily, but the concept is it's a technology-enhanced learning. And this technology-enhanced learning means that we make social connections. So using things like Twitter, or online communities. We make these social connections, and then from there, we use those nodes of information. Sorry about that, I just had a visitor. Anyways, we make those nodes of information. We understand that this person, this connection that I need has the information I need, and I can call upon them when I need it. You could apply it to the same idea as websites. Whenever you need information, go to Wikipedia. No, I shouldn't be saying that, but go to Wikipedia, you can learn about it, and then if you're interested, dive in deeper. But that's really what it looks at. And I use this in my classroom, in my computer science classroom, more with coding. As we get deeper into coding, as we learn more about coding, things that I like to do is I give them challenges that even I don't know how to do, and I want to see how they react to them. So for instance, I'm using Scratch Coding by MIT in my 7th grade class. And I figured out how to use the gravity and how to make a character jump, but there's some weird coding issues, and I've put in a couple hours into this trying to make it work, and I can't seem to get it. So now I've issued an extra credit challenge for anyone who can figure it and share it with me. So what they're doing is they're actually going online and they're going to be reading into these online communities. They're going to be taking information, they're going to be dissecting it and trying to make it fit their needs. This is then going to allow them, when they come to a different challenge later on, they know this information exists out there, this online community of people exists, and they can call upon it when they need it. And then finally, Constructivism. Okay, personally, I'm a Vygotsky guy. I love the zone of proximal development, and I don't care who says different. Constructivism, as Vygotsky was the most famous constructivist, in my opinion, is, just amazing to see it work in action. So in 8th grade, it's an entirely project-based learning computer science. And that sounds a little weird, project-based learning computer science. The kids work together in groups. And because I have known these kids since 6th grade for the most part, I'd say over 95% I've had them from 6th grade all the way to 8th grade. I've been able to learn and study them and know what they're good at, what they're proficient at, maybe what they lack. So what I'll do, and this really starts happening more in 2nd semester, is after the kids have learned all of the basic information, I create work teams. So I'm simulating a real work environment here. I have people that I've chosen in my work teams. Someone is always the lead developer, so that's a kid who shows, leadership skills. I have a coder person, an engineer, a someone who will document everything. And I put these kids together, and then I issue them challenges. So I give them projects. So for instance, our first project is going to be designing a arcade cabinet. So a full-size arcade, well, half-size arcade cabinet. And it's going to be for kindergarten kids. So kindergarten to 2nd grade, and they will have to develop a game, educational game, I should say, that looks for kindergarten to 2nd grade, those learning goals. So they're going to be learning what those kids are learning in each grade level that they choose. They're going to then develop a game around that, and then they have to figure out how to build a case to house that game, how to make it accessible for everyone to use. So they're going through the whole process of the design process first off, to building it, to then looking at how they can market it to a customer. And throughout this entire time, the kids in the work group are relying upon each other's skills. And they're learning those skills as they go around, because not one person can do all of that. So there's always someone who takes the lead. So there's a lead game developer, and they can portion out what needs to be done at that current time. So then everyone's working, and they're going around and they're helping and they're teaching their colleagues, in this case, on what to do. So it's just a fascinating way to look at that, how the kids are gaining more knowledge from the ones who already have the knowledge, essentially, or that zone of proximal development. A little bit about me, though. Things that I've noticed in my life, how I learn. I am a Constructionism guy, through and through. I learn by doing. I just always have been. When I wanted to learn how to use a Raspberry Pi unit, actually, I think I might have one here. Oh, it appears that it has gone missing. A little Raspberry Pi unit. It's a little credit card sized computer about this big. And you program it using, it's Linux based, and you use Python to program and access its GPIO pins. So I learned pretty much everything I know from it by actually working on it. And this is one of the things where you could sit and read books and books and books, but until you put it into practice and see it fail and then have to figure out how to fix that failure and then make it work, I know it instantaneously now. I know if this happens, then these are the multiple areas that I should address first. It's much like working in just a standard IT industry. You learn if this is happening, then these are your 3 options. So just kind of expanding that way. And then finally, Connectivism as an educator. That's how I learn about new sites as a technology coach, really, in my position. I learn about new sites, new things from people on Twitter. Clicking links, checking out what it is, making those connections, calling upon those connections when I need them. Same thing with joining the Tech 21 group. I get to see that in action all the time. People or workshops all across the U.S. working together, and they can then call upon each other. All of those teachers involved in Tech 21 can call upon each other when they have a question, and just seeing everyone have an outpouring of that. So anyways, that is my reflection on the first assignment, Learning Theory Foundations. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in that comment section below. Hey, give this video a like if you enjoyed it or found something interesting about it or stole one of my teaching ideas. And as always, thanks for watching.